Hi Leo, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. Leo, today's reading is intended for Leo Sun Moon risings. You are welcome to watch if you're here checking up on a Leo that you know. If you are a cross watcher, I just need you to be warned. I'm a very honest tarot reader, so if you hear or see something that you don't like, you have been warned. Cross watch at your own, what's the word? I don't want to say discretion. Cross-watch at your own intention? Interesting. I forgot the word. It's usually a little spiel, and I've said it 6 times already, but we're just going to go with discretion. Okay, so Leo, today's reading is a love predictions reading, looking at the month ahead. So we're going to start in mid-March, and we're going to take this prediction reading to mid-April. I'll start your reading today with an oracle card, which will give us the general theme of love for you in the month ahead. So what is Leo's main theme when it comes to love in the month ahead? What is Leo's main theme when it comes to love in the month ahead, Spirit? What is Leo's main theme when it comes to love in the month ahead? This card does not want to come out, Leo. What's going on? What is the main theme when it comes to love for Leo in the month ahead, Spirit? Love for Leo. Oh, Leo. Oh, Leo. We have the human gift, number 17. Oh, I'm going to put this deck down. I'm not getting any immediate feelings from this. Your reading feels a little bit lackluster. I don't know if this is what we wanted, but you are getting an opportunity here. I don't know if this is what you want though. I'm not getting a strong feeling about this. Like, I want to be excited because this is a good feeling. Like, it's kind of that situation where you know you should be excited, but you don't. You can't muster the excitement. So this is bizarre to me because it's exactly what we're seeing on this card. We've got this ethereal figure coming in with obviously a gift, but this human being is not finding it that way. They're not impressed. They're not excited. So 17 is a good number. 17 for me is movement and opportunity and like a chance to kind of move forward. It is usually a point of reflection in terms of how I read that number. I look at it as you having a chance to kind of consider how you want to move forward. So maybe you're in the consideration stage. You're not really excited yet. You're just kind of thinking about how you want to move forward. It makes me think that some of you have decisions to make, but I want to say that some of you are taking this way too seriously. So this is interesting. It's like there's a lot of pressure for some of you, or there's a sense of responsibility when it comes to love in the month ahead. I want to say with the human gift here, there is a feeling of being more appreciative of your present circumstances, what you have to offer and what is being offered to you. But I feel like you're not in that vibe. You're not noticing, you're not seeing. So let's get some tarot out here to break down the next 4 weeks for you. What is going on for Leo when it comes to love, Spirit, in the month ahead? What is going on for Leo? We have the 7 of Cups in the first week. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What is going on for Leo? We have the 3 of Cups now. Yeah, wow. Oh, geez, Leo. What is going on for Leo when it comes to love? We have the Knight of Cups now. Swords, thank you. I was a little bit worried about all these Cups cards coming out, so I'm kind of grateful. Knight of Swords, that makes sense. And one more card for Leo. It was a bit like, that's a bit too much, you know? There's a bit too much emotion. We have the 7 of Wands as your final card for the 4th week. So wow, let's have a look at your bottom deck energy. We have the Queen of Swords reverse. There's definitely something on your mind. For some of you, you're distracting yourself from this thought. You're distracting yourself. You're not ready to make a decision. You feel conflicted. You're spending a lot of time feeling very in the throes of it. You're unable to get a clear view of the issue, which is causing you to feel like you can't get clear answers either. It's like this Queen of Swords energy is you trying to think about what opportunities you have available to you, as well as like how you can use that opportunity. So if you're in a relationship, Leo, or you're dealing with someone, it's almost like you don't know what to think of them. You don't know what to think of the situation. And it's not, maybe you're confused a little bit about the feelings, but for some of you, you're confused about how to move things forward. That's what it feels like. Even if you're a single Leo, you're confused about how to move your love life forward. And I think that you don't want to make any big decisions right now, but you are feeling pressure too for some reason. It could be external pressure, it could be internal pressure. You had certain plans and they're not going according to plan. But I want to say that this experience for you when it comes to love has not been, it isn't really tracking as like a gift. You're seeing it more as like confusion and what do I do? And this is mostly happening either now or in the next week with the Seven of Cups card here, Leo. I'm feeling like you have opportunities, which is always wonderful. For some of you, you have people who are presenting themselves to you that you're not even acknowledging. You have more than one opportunity in love. People are trying to like get your attention, I feel, and you're not noticing them, Leo. I also want to say that there could be one person in particular that you're trying to focus in on, but you're confused about them and about the situation with them. I do believe with the Seven of Cups being here that you've got a lot of opportunities and it feels overwhelming. It feels overwhelming for you. I do think that you've kind of shifted when it comes to love. I was feeling an optimistic, fun, playful energy from you in your previous monthly reading, but now this kind of feels a little bit more serious and you're lacking that beautiful, youthful, playful spirit that Leo usually has. So something has caused you to take a serious energy towards your love life and want to think very carefully about how you feel and what you want to do. So let's clarify that Seven of Cups. This is going to be happening right now or in the next week, that mid-March energy. What else can you tell Leo about that Seven of Cups? We're being shown the Knave of Swords, so I definitely believe most of you are dealing with someone. This is like a curious energy, and I think someone is curious about you, Leo. Maybe you don't know what to think of them. There's an energy around of somebody keeping an eye on you from a distance. So this is potentially via social media, or it's just somebody kind of across the room keeping tabs on you, watching you, observing you. And I want to say that your mind isn't made up about this person yet. You've got many opportunities, you got many doors, you just don't know which door to open for yourself. This Knave of Swords represents a curious, almost naive energy when it comes to love, and it represents information gathering. So that first week for you, which is the middle of March, it feels like you're information gathering, trying to understand your choices, your options, and how you can move forward when it comes to love. So moving into the second week, we have this Three of Cups reversed energy. Now, this is taken in one way. This is you feeling like you're wanting to take things to the next level and be a bit more serious in your approach to certain people. I feel like you're zeroing in on someone. And I think with the Three of Cups reversed here, you don't feel comfortable with the pressure of it. Because usually you thrive in energy that is Three of Cups upright. Like that is Leo energy for me. Joyful, fun, playful, easygoing, sociable. When it's reversed, it has a heaviness to it. It has a seriousness to it. It's like a putting the joy and the play aside, all jokes aside type of energy. Seriously, what are we doing? So it feels like at the end of March, your love life takes a serious turn, and it has to do with you eliminating some of the distractions in love or some of the more sort of playful energy so that you can get more serious about something. What is Leo getting serious about here, Spirit? It feels like a person, sweets. It feels like you're no longer looking at everybody. There's like someone here who's got a lot of your attention, but then for those who are in a relationship, it feels like you're feeling emotionally separated from your partner. Excuse me. I dropped a lot of cards on the ground, so this was me trying to pick them up. Did I drop any more? I found the King of Cups under my chair this morning or yesterday. So sometimes these cards just travel. It's terrible. Can we clarify that Three of Cups reverse, Spirit? What is going on with Leo here with this Three of Cups? It does feel like some of you who are in relationships are feeling pressured to take things to a more serious level, and you're not happy with the way that this has come about. It could have been maybe handled better, because you're not thriving in this energy. It feels like you're a bit nervous, you're a bit confused, you're a bit unsure of whether this is right. The thing about all of this is it does feel like stage fright. The Six of Wands is coming out, clarifying that energy. So I want to say that this is a big step for you, Leo. You have this need to focus on something specific when it comes to love in the second week. In the first week, you're observing your options, you're observing your feelings, you're observing what you want to do, and you're getting curious and you're gathering information and you're kind of watching, and especially if there's a special somebody that's captivated your mind, you're intrigued, you're paying attention, you're noticing when they pay attention to you. And if this is your partner, you're just trying to figure out, like, what can we do? How can we move this forward? What are my options? What are our options? What do I want to do? What am I ready to do? So by the second week, you're trying to gain confidence and courage to successfully take things to a next level. But with the Three of Cups reversed, it feels like this serious energy has you getting some stage fright and needing to kind of overcompensate how afraid you are by really kind of boosting your ego here with the Six of Wands. Honestly, sweets, I see success, I see victory, I see recognition, I see this being successful if you're pursuing someone specific, but I see you doing this, Leo. I don't see this happening from this person. I see you doing this. So let's have a look at your third week here with the Knight of Swords reversed. This card doesn't come out often in this deck, so I've only seen it a few times. It makes me think of Icarus in Egyptian mythology. I feel like things are turning on their head here. I feel like there's a change of perspective, and I think that information causes your approach to your love life to take a new direction. I want to say the Knight of Swords reversed is obviously delayed action. It's an indication of not rushing. In fact, it could indicate you pausing something and wanting to kind of slowly digest information before you take action. So I do feel like this is a natural progression from the Page of Swords to this Knight, but it feels like action is delayed here with that Knight of Swords being reversed. Your third week will be the first week of April, Leo. So in that first week of April, your love life seems to take a halt here, and there is a change of sort of perspective, or at least information offers you an additional viewing point, which causes you to want to delay immediate action. What is going on here with this Knight of Swords for Leo in the first week of April? Spirit is giving me two cards. We're being shown the Eight of Cups and Temperance reverse. So these two cards together tell me that there's something from your past, or there's something, no, it doesn't have to be your past, sweets, but it's something that has previously been emotionally addressed, kind of resurfacing and showing you that you need to deal with it before you move forward. There's an emotional issue here that pumps the brakes on your romantic life, and you have to deal with that emotional issue or that emotional situation in that first week of April, the end of March, before you focus on romance. And I want to say that this could be just another relationship in your life, another loving relationship, another person that you care about taking your attention away from your more sort of passionate romantic side. But you have to do this because with Temperance reversed, it very much involves your feelings as well. It involves your emotions and your healing. So from the Eight of Cups, where I'm seeing you walking away, spending time away, and addressing other emotional needs. And it doesn't feel like you're leaving forever. Like, it just feels like your attention is being pulled towards something else. And I want to say with Temperance reversed, this is a pressing matter that has to be addressed like now. We can't ignore it. We have to deal with it in order to come back and invest energy in other areas of our lives. So it feels very pressing, that third week. That's what's going on, I feel. I don't believe it changes how you feel about this person from the start of your month, but certainly your attention and your actions aren't going towards them, which makes sense with that Knight of Swords reversed. Now, in the fourth week, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So this is an indication of feeling like an underdog, feeling like the odds are stacked against you, and feeling like the challenges that we're presenting are much bigger than the efforts you can muster. It feels like your love life is filled with a lot of fear and lack of courage or lack of effort in return. So what is going on in that second week of April for Leo when it comes to love? Is that their feelings, or is that the feelings of the person they're dealing with? What is going on here? We have the Emperor. So I think that this is only one person feeling like this, because the Emperor is a completely opposite energy to that Seven of Wands. It's interesting. Your reading shows me someone who on one hand is feeling confused and uncertain and doesn't really have the emotional capacity to deal with love this month. And then there's this other person who is either you or the person you're dealing with, who's very interested, very curious, feeling good, loving the way that this is going, and enjoying the direction that this is going as well. It's almost like this person's happy to wait. So I feel like, Leo, if you're the one who's kind of got other things going on in their life right now, you're dealing with someone who is happy to wait for you to sort out your other stuff, your other emotional issues or your other emotional needs. Let's say that, because it's not even issues. Issues sometimes has a negative connotation. I think that you're dealing with someone who's happy to kind of wait. With the Emperor upright, they just want to be kept informed. This is someone who needs to know information in order to make the right decision and call the right shots. So this is someone who is patient, but they just need to feel like they're in control. So they need to know, what your fears are. They need to know where your concerns lie. They need to know what else is going on in your life to help them prepare and plan their next move as well. So if you are a super single Leo, you're not dealing with anybody at all, there is somebody around you who has taken an interest in you, but you're not seeing them as they are seeing you. They're very interested in you. They may be an admirer for most of you with the imagery we're seeing here and the page to the Seven of Cups. They may be someone who you've hardly looked twice at, mostly because you've got a lot on your plate when it comes to emotions and you're not taking them seriously right now, but they are seeing you in a serious light. They're seeing you as someone who has things to deal with at the end of March, beginning of April, and they're giving you space to do that because they're trusting that you'll come back. But when you come back in mid-April, they notice that you're not feeling as confident and that potentially the interest you were showing them hasn't necessarily continued. So they're going to start to show more interest with the Emperor here, mostly because they want to take control. I feel like, listen, this is the second time the King of Cups has popped up in your reading for me. It was the card that fell on the ground. So I feel like somebody has been noticing you and developing feelings for you. And over the next month, it's going to be quite obvious to them that they need to do something about it, despite the fact that you don't seem as focused on it. So what is the advice for Leo over the next month when it comes to love? What is the advice for Leo? We have memory. The number 16, we have your beautiful sign on here, Leo, and the fire element. Memory is also the rosemary card in this deck. Look, we have the sun, we have this beautiful book of shadows, a book of spells. And I want to say that this card for me is kind of about dealing with something that is resurfacing. Memory makes me think that there's something in your past here, there's something that's happened previously that needs to be dealt with and addressed in the coming months. And that is going to give you space to tap back into your Leo energy, because you're not in your Leo energy. That's the first thing I picked up with you. I just want to like put you in the sun and recharge you with a bunch of citrine and selenite, because it feels like your energy isn't its usual vibrant self. And I do believe that this has to do with something outside of romance. And I think with memory reversed, we've got to deal with what happened in the past, whether the past was as recent as last month or the past was, you know, years ago. It feels like we have to address that first in order to come back to being present and available and connected, grounded, because you do have life happening for you while you still tie up these loose ends from your past. So that is your advice, one step at a time. Deal with the feelings as they arise. And I want to say your confusion isn't the point where it's debilitating. That's what it feels like. It feels like mostly this is just about eliminating choices that don't need to be made right now and just focusing on the more pressing issues over the next month. And for most of you, that isn't romance, that isn't passion. It's more other forms of love and relationships in your life. So we can come back to this, I feel. For now, we've got to deal with that, whatever's happened recently or in your past. And I think with memory and fire here, something needs to be addressed before we can, you know, have that new beginning. It makes me think of like a clearing the landscape with fire energy. We have to focus on that first, and then when the ash is there, we can rebuild and regrow. So that's what it kind of feels like for you, Leo. I hope this was a helpful reading for you. I hope it also made sense. You may have messages in your other signs if you feel this was too general for you. I do believe I have a lot of Leo cusps, so I would recommend you check out Virgo when I post that, or if you're on the other side, you can check out who's on the other side of you, Cancer. Cancer is already up. You can have a look at that reading as well. It's been a pleasure to read for you, Leo. Please look after your beautiful self, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye.